What really happened to Sandy Duncan, star in the Hogan family? Sandy Duncan was born Sandra Kay Duncan on February 20, 1946, in Henderson, Texas, to Sylvia and Mancil Ray Duncan. She and her sister Robyn were raised in Tyler, Texas, near Henderson. Her father, Mancil Ray Duncan, died on December 22, 1994, and her mother died on December 23, 1997. The love of this personality girl is said to be 3 times married. It is really tiring for her, but the love is shallow. What should be done? She met singer-actor Bruce Scott during the off-Broadway production of Your Own Thing, and they were married in September 1968. Their divorce, finalized in October 1972. Her second marriage was to Dr. Thomas Calcaterra on January 10, 1973. It lasted until 1979. Duncan met Calcaterra when he was a consulting surgeon on her brain tumor surgery, after which they began dating. This marriage also failed, according to Duncan, because of the demands of her nightclub act that she toured with in 1978 and her refusal to stay at home and try to be a good doctor's wife. Since July 21, 1980, she has been married to Don Correa. They have 2 sons, Jeffrey and Michael. She and her husband live in New York City. This wholesome chatty Kathy Delight had all the earmarkings of becoming a dithery TV star in the early 70s, and a couple of sitcom vehicles were handed to her with silver platter-like enthusiasm. Neither, however, made the best use of her elfin charm, and both series died a quick death. Nonetheless, Sandy Duncan went on to become a Disney film lead, a TV commodity pitching crackers, and arguably the best Peter Pan Broadway has ever offered. Like Sally Field and Karen Valentine before her, Sandy had a potentially terminable case of the cutes that often did her more harm than good. But also, like the others, her talent won out. The story goes that tomboy Sandra Kay Duncan felt like an outsider growing up in her native Texas because of her desire to be an actress. The elder of 2 girls born to a gas station owner, she trained in dance and appeared in productions of The King and Me and The Music Man as a teen. She cast all negativity and self-doubt aside and packed her bags for New York upon leaving Lon Morris Jr. College. Sandy made an enchanting Wendy in Peter Pan and soon poised herself as a triple threat on stage. She married Broadway actor Bruce Scott in 1968 and appeared in the rock musical Your Own Thing that same year. Taking her first Broadway curtain call and grabbing a Tony nomination in a body musical version of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, she next won the soubrette role of Maisie in the jazz-age musical The Boyfriend. She managed to steal the thunder right from under star Judy Carney and earned her second Tony nomination, this time as Best Actress. The toothy strawberry blonde was a sensation, and in 1970 Time magazine named her the most promising face of tomorrow. All this build-up reached the ears of Disney, who decided to take a chance and cast her opposite Disney perennial Dean Jones in the featherweight comedy film The $1 Million Duck. TV also saw her potential and featured her sparkling mug more and more in commercials. She then took on the title role in the film version of Neil Simon's comedy hit Star Spangled Girl, which turned out to be a major disappointment. An untried talent on the primetime scene, CBS decided Sandy had enough promise and star quality to be given her own TV sitcom, replacing Melba Moore at the last minute in the weekly show Funny Face in 1971. The storyline had Duncan playing single, independently minded Sandy Stockton, acorn-fed Midwestern who heads to the big city where she winds up in TV commercials while pursuing a teaching degree at UCLA. The series was a success and was a top 10 show, but Duncan began experiencing severe headaches on the set and a tumor was discovered on her optic nerve. She had to leave the series and it was consequently pulled from the air. The series' sudden departure led to a misconception among some viewers that it had been cancelled. Following a lengthy and delicate operation, the doctors managed to save her eye, but she lost all vision in it. The following year the show was revamped and retitled. Duncan returned as Sandy Stockton. This time she was a single working girl who created chaos at an ad agency. This second incarnation of her series failed to regain the audience that the first incarnation had had. The Sandy Duncan Show in 1972 was cancelled by mid-December. After the demise of her second series, Sandy refocused on her strengths in musical comedy and maintained her profile as a guest star on such variety shows as The Sonny and Cher Show, The Flip Wilson Show, The Tonight Show, and Laugh-In. She also was seen around the game show circuit as a panelist on What's My Line? And Hollywood Squares, among others. In that period Duncan underwent surgery to remove a benign brain tumor behind her left optic nerve. As a result, she lost vision in the eye, but it was not replaced with a prosthetic eye, as some urban myths claim. She lost vision in her left eye, but because the eye still tracked with her right eye, Duncan and her doctors elected to leave her natural eye in the place. In 1979 Sandy retook Broadway by storm. Instead of the role of Wendy, she played the title tomboy in the musical Peter Pan and was nominated for a third time for a Tony Award. Born to play this role, she followed this spectacular success by locking arms with a carefree Tommy tune in the tuneful Broadway show My One and Only, replacing Twiggy in 1984. Sandy also appeared again for Disney, both co-starring in the lightweight film comedy The Cat from Outer Space opposite fellow Hoofer Ken Berry and providing a foxy voice for their popular The Fox and the Hound animated feature. Taking on a more serious tone, she garnered critical respect for her Emmy-nominated role in the epic miniseries Roots, but these dramatic offerings were few and far between. In the 1980s Sandy became a household name once again with her popular Wheat Thins commercials, in which she periodically shared the camera with her two sons, Jeffrey and Michael, her children by Tony-nominated choreographer-dancer Don Correa, whom she married in 1980. In 1987, she returned to primetime TV, but not in her own tailor-made vehicle. Instead Sandy replaced Valerie Harper in her tailor-made vehicle after Harper departed in a well-publicized contractual dispute with producers after only one season. The show was simply changed in title from Valerie to The Hogan Family, and Sandy entered the proceedings as a close relative and new female head of household after Harper's character died. As a testament to her audience appeal, the show managed to run for 4 more healthy seasons. In later days, the pert, indefatigable Sandy hosted Thanksgiving Day parades, dance competitions, and teen pageants. Always a formidable star on stage, she portrayed Roxy Hart on Broadway in Chicago and headlined touring companies Anything Goes and The King and I. In 2008, she performed in the musical No, Nanette, and a year later played the lead in both Driving Miss Daisy and The Glass Menagerie. Sporadically on TV, she played both a defense attorney and judge on the Law and Order shows and was featured as one of Jill Clayburgh's girlfriends in the romantic comedy film Never Again. Sandy has also been a volunteer for the nonprofit organization RFB&D and was a recipient of the National Rehabilitation Hospital Victory Award, which is given to individuals who exhibit exceptional courage and strength in the face of adversity.